All right, everybody, we're here to talk about the Matrix or something. There's something going on that I am at a loss for. Look at the camera; it's in an odd shape, an angle. Today, I'm drinking a beer. My neighbor gave me a six-pack of this. Thank you, George. Thank you, Deb. You guys are awesome. Whole Hog Next Level Brews Pumpkin Ale, brewed with pumpkin and spices. It's 7% alcohol. Now, I'll tell you right now, this is probably the most accurate beer that I've ever had. Pumpkin beer. It smells just like a pumpkin pie, and it tastes just like a pumpkin pie. But anyways, today, hold on a minute. Forgot to turn it on. We're going to talk about the Matrix, or I don't. You know, if you would have told me we live in a matrix or a computer simulation or something like that, I would have said you're full of crap. Go bark up another tree. Go pound salt. Go kick rocks. Anyways, there are some things in this world that we don't know about and we can't explain. Some people try to explain it, but it's not holding water. Their excuses, their explanations, they're just out the window. Well, let's fast forward. Let's go back. Fast forward. Let's go back about 15 years ago. I worked with a guy. His name's Jody. Great guy. Worked with him for years and everything. And this is when I was on Facebook, and he was a friend. And he put up this big long story that just happened to him. He was traveling down a road, I know, and stuff, and he was with his daughter. And they're looking at this jet in the sky. And he says it's not moving. They're both looking at it, and it's not moving. When you're in a car and you see a jet moving, okay, it's moving. You know what they look like. But he says it was frozen in midair. And I kept reading it, and he says he stopped the car, and they both got out and are looking at it. It's not moving. It is still. So he sat there and looked at it for a few minutes, and he's like, I don't know what to say. So he got back in his car. They go on down the road. She looks up. It's gone. It flew away, I guess. I don't know. So I was intrigued. I was like, I wonder if anybody else had this happen. And I get on the old YouTube, and I Googled some of the stuff, and there was one in particular. This person was going under an overpass, and there was a jetliner, big ass 747 thing, frozen. And I tried to look for it for this video. I can't find it anywhere. But I did find another one. These people are traveling down a road, down a highway, and there's a jet coming almost over the highway, and there's just watch it for yourself. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's the way you were traveling, the speed that thing was traveling. That thing's going a couple 100 miles an hour. It would have been over that dang road by the time they got to it. It was frozen in midair. There's more of them out there too. There's another one. I don't know I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the government. Anyways, here's another one where this bird was up in the air, and all these people are around, and it looks like it's mid-flight, like it's flapping away, and it's just sitting there. And all these people are around it, and there's this guy with his broom, and he goes to hit it and it flies away. Check it out. Now, explain that to me. Explain that. Oh, that's the way they were looking at it, and there was a wind, and he was hovering gusts of wind. No, he was mid-flap. Side up, no, you can't explain it. There are other ones on the internet. You can look up and check them out and see and what the heck is going on. And there's one where they were on a beach and this bird, the seagull, was like, I don't know, just. And here's the last one. Now, some people say, okay, they trained their dogs to do this. No, they didn't train your dogs because the dog is in mid-run. Now, this is going to be a little bit longer. They're explaining what they were going on. They were going on a walk, and the dogs were up farther ahead, and they seen the dogs stopped. All 3 dogs stopped. And say some people are going to say, "Oh, well, dogs they're pointing something out. They're ready to ambush." And say, no. The dog was in mid-run. Here's their story.
Would like to say that we are fantastic editors who can put in CGI movements and make trees move in the background and add bird singing, but really, you know, that is.
We wouldn't have a clue how to do that.
We wouldn't know where to begin. We can honestly say this was uploaded straight from our mobile phone as soon as it was recorded, get it on there, and we were just astonished. Hello, my name is Jefferson Pilot. I am 28 and I'm from Plymouth in Devon.
And my name is Megan Oxtoby and I'm originally from Worcestershire in England.
So this was July 2020. It was a very hot day. We took the dogs out for a walk about 11:30 in the morning and we walked along the fields, and it was such a hot day we decided just to take a little break, catch our breath, have a sip of water, and that's when we noticed our dogs up in the distance. Looked like they were trying to flush something out. We weren't quite sure what was going on. So we had to get the camera out just to see what was going on. And as we approached forward, that's when we started recording.
We just stopped and noticed that the dogs were completely still and they weren't moving at all. We thought, no, we're going to stay and watch them and see how long they stay like this.
We were just completely captivated by them staying still. It was 4 minutes. It was almost like they were playing a game of musical statues. There was nothing moving except for the bushes at the background, and you could hear the birds singing, and they were just not moving a muscle. In fact, one of our girls had our paws up, did not move one single bit, frozen statue. And it wasn't until about 4 minutes into our video where eventually they all dashed off.
And we had this video and it was just incredible and we couldn't believe what we just saw, and we thought we have to upload this so everyone else can see this amazing experience.
We shared it with the Hungarian Vizsla community and it just spread like wildfire. We had messages of, you know, fellow Hungarian Vizsla owners saying they couldn't believe how.
All right, you can see the one dog farther away was like mid-run. His body weight was forward, and he should have fell. But they just sit there, and they don't have any editing. They said they don't have any editing or anything like that skills. They can't explain it. It's pretty weird. I did have something kind of like that last year, or it was like in the spring. We were out back, me and my wife were out back with Erin in the backyard, and she started walking really, like almost in slow motion. And I was looking at her, and I was like, why is she walking like that? We're looking at her, and she goes, why is she walking like that? I don't know. Maybe she was just being careful, but it looked like it was in slow motion. I'll just say that. I'll just say she was being careful. She was walking. It's just really weird. But there's some stuff out there that we don't know about, man. I'm telling you. Matrix, I don't know. Another dimension, I don't know. Cryptids, anything for cryptids and weird stuff going on and all. Anyways, I can't explain it. It's just some weird stuff going on in this world, and someday we'll find out. So go look up some other videos and check them out. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.